Well, hello, hello, hello. It's Vegas Police C, and I just got a message from somebody to delete the videos. I really love your show, and she did a video. It has all the receipts. Look, I get it. I understand that she made me look terrible in her YouTube, and I understand that she has copies of all my texts to her, and I understand how she feels. But do you understand how I feel? I went up there completely innocently for us. I went up there and I met with the Mohegan Sun. I got scared. I chickened out when we met, and I did not mention the Comp Wallet app simply because it had such low reviews on Google. And I knew that if I mentioned it to them, they would look it up and they probably wouldn't do a deal with us. I wasn't trying to make $10,000 from her. I had lost $400,000 at that point. I still had plenty of cash. There were contracts that were written up. If you know me, and Mahi knows me, and Anne-Marie knows me, and Bruce knows me, and all the people who have done business with me, Jose the taco guy, even El Güero is going to find out. I don't do contracts. I don't read contracts. I don't fill out paperwork. I don't even look at anything pertaining to the government. I just sign it and pay my taxes and send it away. I can't handle paperwork. So the contract was written up. The money would have come to me. I would have split it with her. She would have made $9,000 that month. All I can remember is me saying to myself, wow, I'm going to pay her $4 and she's going to make another $5. That's a decent chunk of change. And I was so happy to get that love and so happy to get that acceptance from Mohegan Sun, that $5,000. And everything before she threw me under the bus is misrepresented in her video. I went up there innocently from a place of innocence. Now you can say that I'm evil, that I hid the contest app, and that I played all kinds of games, and that I tried to pull a slick move. It wasn't a slick move. It was embarrassment. I said to myself, if they give us something, and I put it on the Comp Wallet app to distribute it, what's the big deal? It has to be distributed somehow. Where was I going to put the contest? How was I going to do the contest? I didn't have this method that I do now where you pick a 4-digit number and you put it in my chat. I hadn't even thought of anything like that. I was going to put it on the Comp Wallet app to get credibility from my app. And was I wrong in not telling them? Absolutely, I was wrong. I look back on it now and I realize I made the biggest mistake of my life, because what came of it? She threw me under the bus. She had a Karen episode. She had an amygdala meltdown. And everything 18 months past has now happened because of that. So I wish I didn't do it. I also wish I knew, because I had no idea, that I didn't need her, that I don't need her. I had no idea that social media was this easy for me, that it was so organic, that it was so natural, that it was so easy to make good videos, that it was so easy to go on the live, that it was so easy to captivate people. Do you know why it's so easy? Can anybody guess why it's so easy? Because Vegas makes you. Vegas makes the person doing the content. If there was no Vegas, there's no dinosaur. There's no Vegas policy. The town makes you. You walk around, you see things going on. There's constantly hotels opening up. There's constantly problems. There's constantly people who are completely clueless. I could walk down the strip and tell you the operating situation inside of each property, because I've done the research. I know who owns every single property. I know who runs every single property. I know the mistakes that are being made in every single property. It's easy when you're a compulsive gambler who's obsessed with things. But don't ever tell me to deny the reality. And the reality is that in her slick hit piece, she misrepresents everything going up to when she threw me under the bus. Then once she threw me under the bus, everything after that is largely true. I'm full of rage. I'm full of anger. And that being said, I am never in a million, billion, trillion years going to contact her. She has nothing to fear from me in any way, shape, or form. If I've said this once, I've said it 100 times. I am not a violent person. I don't do violence. I wouldn't do violence on my worst enemy. I've had people attack me, physically attack me. And as they're beating me, as they're wrapped around my neck, and these are employees that I fired, okay? There was one guy I fired. He kicked out all the walls on the hallway leaving my house. I never told you guys this story. He was 110 pounds, and I was obese at the time, but I can't fight. I'm not capable of fighting. I'm not capable of physical stuff because it immediately crashes my dopamine, and I shut down. So the guy's wrapped around my neck. I can't get him off my neck. I'm going like this, like this, like this. I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad that he was triggered to this point. I caught him stealing. And I called him out on it. I put $150 in each payphone box, and he came back with $142, $144 from 3 boxes. So he was taking $6 or $7 out of each payphone box. So when I caught him, I said to him, look, I put $150 in this box. There's only $144. Oh, you rich guys, you've got this house. You've got so much. And I'm 22 years old. He had a kid with some girl. I mean, it was a super sad situation. I still had to fire him. He was stealing $500, $600 a day. I still had to let him go. On the way out of the house, he kicked out the walls. He took his foot and he put it right through the plasterboard, and he kicked out every wall in the hallway. I went upstairs and he jumped on my neck, and I couldn't get him off my neck. And I felt bad for him as he was choking me. Okay? 4 or 5 years later, this part of the story I have told. 4 or 5 years later, he applied to the police department. He called me and he said, I'm really sorry about what happened, but I was young and I made a mistake. And can you please not mess up my opportunity with the police department? And do you know what I told him? I said, don't worry about it. I'll never mention it to anybody. I made a lot of mistakes when I was 22 years old, and I'm giving you forgiveness. And if you apply to the police department and they call me and they want a reference for your job here, I will never mention what happened that day, that you got triggered and you attacked me. And I don't tell you this story to virtue signal. I tell you this story so that you can all go back to the dinosaur, because I need you to do this, and tell her to calm the F down. I am never going to call her. I am never going to contact her. I am never going to have anything to do with her. And if I run into her accidentally in Vegas, I'll turn around and go the other way, because I don't want this. I don't want her to feel threatened. The whole thing with the dinosaur and the fact that she's going to become extinct, that's a business thing. I do not believe you can continue to go around and do influencer and do your slick videos that show the food and that go by. I don't believe that's the future. I believe Vegas policy is the future. I believe someone who's struggling, someone who's an addict, someone who's a compulsive gambler, someone who shares every element of their life with you. I believe that's the future of Vegas influencing. Could I be wrong? Could she continue to just put out her bullshit pieces on, this is the best restaurant in Vegas. You can come here and blah, 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 and da, 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 da. Let me know. Tell me in the chat what you think of this schlop. Can she continue to do that and be successful? Maybe. It bores the hell out of me. I have no interest in it. I'm looking for fun. I'm opening up a restaurant on Friday night. I hope some of you guys will come to the grand opening. I got 2 guys down there. I took the smallest piece. I'm putting up everything. I'm putting my name behind it. I'm going to be screaming and yelling. I'm going to be down there all the time promoting it. I did a deal with these guys. There's no contract. I have no contract with them. Everybody says, get a contract. I trust Jose the Taco Guy. I love Jose the Taco Guy. Mahi loves Jose the Taco Guy. Anne-Marie loves Jose the Taco Guy. We love him. He calls me his brother. I call him my brother. The first time I met him, I said to my God, what a beautiful, gorgeous soul this guy has. This guy is far superior to me as far as empathy, as far as his connection to the Lord, as far as being a good person, as far as being a gentle soul. He's far superior to me. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I want to have people around me that are superior to me. And all the people I'm meeting from the show, the vast majority of them are far superior to me. Intelligent business owners, centimillionaires. That means someone with $100 million. I meet people that own real estate developments on the Strip, people that own buildings and restaurants. I'm meeting the greatest people from the show. That's the most fun about the show. I go out on these meetings. People say, let me take you to dinner, Vegas Policy. Let me take you to dinner at the Wynn Steakhouse. Let me take you here. Meet me at the Wynn. Meet me here. Meet me there. And I'm meeting the greatest people in the world. And if you think I'm going to blow that by contacting the dinosaur, you're insane. So go back to her, please, and tell her that she has nothing to fear, that she can sleep well at night, that the only thing that she has to fear is the fact that she's going to get caught. She's going to get caught taking money from everybody. She's going to get caught shaking people down. People are going to get sick of doing, there's all kinds of people out there, all kinds of local people in Vegas that know about her, that know about her arrogance, that know that she thinks she's the queen, that know that they may have to pay her, they may not have to pay. Let's see. So far, I've been out on the guy he did the F1 contest. Great guy, 38 years old. He was in the NFL. Cameron is his name. Talk to Cameron about me. I went out there. I've done 2 contests for him. Did I charge him a penny? He was struggling for the F1. He sold out after I did that video. He's struggling for New Year's. I went back and did another video for him for New Year's. I did another I didn't charge him. Someone contacted me from downtown, a woman, a sweet, sweet woman who's from Long Island named Randy. I put her wine bar up on my page. Did I charge? She offered to pay me. She said to me, how much is this going to cost? I said, it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cost you anything because this is effortless for me. It's effortless for me to come down and to meet you and to hear about your dream and to hear about your business and to put up a video on my page. Did I charge Pier 88 Restaurant anything? But I'm going to go back to Pier 88 Restaurant because I feel I owe him a little more of a stinky ola. No, I didn't. He put a drink. Go down to Pier 88 Restaurant on Spring Mountain Road. He put a drink on the menu, the Vegas Paulie C drink. Do you know what an honor that is for me? I'm nobody. And this guy's putting a drink on his menu. So please, and I didn't charge him either. And I don't want to go to these places and not charge. You know why? Because if they stink, and none of them have, but if the deal turns bad or if they say, but sometimes I do them because I see that it's a place that is pretty, nice, whatever, struggling. I don't know. Sometimes it's just, I happen to be going by. I was going right by the wine bar down there next to the Stratosphere that Randy owns. And I was with Jose. So to stop there and to talk to her for half an hour and to do a video and to get content, it's a mitzvah. And I'm going to continue to do those when I can. But I need you to go back to her. And I need you to tell her to stop. That I'm never, ever, ever, ever in a million years going to hurt her or anybody. And she's not under any physical threat. But mentally, she's going to get it because she's full of shit. Mentally, I'm going to tell everybody, what the hell are you doing, girlfriend? Stop it. You're not the queen. You're not that great. You're a great video producer. I think you're boring as hell. And I think your shit stinks. And I think you're a phony. And I think you damn well got paid by that Pepper Club restaurant down there in Todd English. Oh, you love that. You love that French toast with the purple pus so much. That's such great. Even Keith Lee stitched her on that bullshit French toast with the purple pus. Okay? Keith Lee had 10 million followers. Does he need to engage the dinosaur? Why did he do that? I'd like to ask him, Keith Lee, I just spit. I'd like to ask him, Keith Lee, why did you stitch her? Why did you start with her when you already had 10 million followers and you don't need anybody? He's the king of Vegas. Why did you do that? I'm guessing he did it because he's sick of her shit. Like everybody else. Okay, I'm never going to stop. If you don't like me, please block me. If you don't like me, don't watch my lives. If you don't watch me, cut me out of your life. It's so easy. Block, 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 block. But if you do like me, if you do want to be part of something fun, if you are curious as to whether or not I make it, no, I might make it, I might not make it. I might be mentally ill, I'm in full control of myself. I know that I drink coffee and I go crazy. It's called entertainment. I have no interest in hurting the dinosaur. Please tell her. Vegas Paulie C.